the owner of this place, he took me for a ride, showed me how to get back to US 40, and this is the second obstacle because over here they have these cars, but it's pretty wide. Now this is where it gets interesting because I gotta make this turn.
Okay, one turn to the right now, there's market. Okay, go on.
Definitely go on that curb. Now the worst thing is that the owner let me, you know, he drove me around to show me how to get to the interstate, and I said, can we stop briefly? I get some, you know, coffee. And we stop at the gas station, and he says these guys have good coffee. And as I'm talking to my pilot, by the time I got back to the yard, the pilot was there. So I'm talking to my pilot, and he was asking me what channel you want to use, and I wanted to look at my phone because I forgot what day it is, and I switched the coffee cup to another hand, and I was holding it by the lid pretty much, and of course it was fully, the cup was full, you know, large cup, and this thing just, the lid just came off and the entire coffee went on the ground. And so, and I talked to the kid, the kid who was helping to load us, Andrew. Thanks, Andrew, if you're watching. He told me about this. He says, yeah, this is your best bet, you see, because it's all pretty wide over here. As long as you made that turn, this is, what is called, Brighton. Man. But I'm pretty equal. I like this, the way they load it, you know, they offset the machine because of the one side is much wider, right, like where the attachments are. And you see the guys let us go. I think that's a cop, maybe a pilot. And you see there's a sign here, 70, because basically that's where we're going. And so yeah, I said that gas station is actually right at the turn. Give me money, give me money. Give me $1, give me $1. Sorry, I just pulled my air horn for the kids over there. I said, give me $1. He didn't give me $1. Alright, somewhere here, I think before that turn, there's a coffee shop somewhere here. If you see any gas station to your right there.
Yeah, there's something over there.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'll go right corner and park the road.
10-4. And these first few minutes are great, you know, to let me get the feeling for the load. Okay, no stop sign here. Dave, can you block those guys over there, that left turn lane over there? Yeah, I don't want anybody in that left turn lane. See, if there was somebody here in the left-hand lane, I would have made it. And my signal is fast clicking again. That's not a good sign. Yeah, one of these days I have to go to a shop.
That was relatively painless.
Yeah, a piece of cake. But if there was somebody in that left-turn lane, I'd have to wait till they get are gone.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you see, it helps that we did a reconnaissance mission before with the shop owner.
Oh, absolutely. At least you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, because at first I couldn't understand. He was talking about the S turn. What S turn? He says, well, that's the time. Yeah, state and then 40. Actually, now I'm remembering how I drove a B train at the Eaton testing grounds. That thing would handle this as a champ, I'm telling you. You don't have to worry about your gear, your shifting, you just focus on driving. Look at this junkyard over here. Oh yeah, that's how I came in. Yeah, I came in on this 40. And I don't think, yeah, I missed that turn. The one I did now, because it's harder to make it going this way because it's like a switchback. Okay, west, we're going straight. I think I'll be turning from the curb lane, right?
Yeah, we gotta make a left. That's probably the best way to
go. And he showed me that.
So we're gonna go around. That way I get behind you, make sure they'll come around.
Yeah, I know, he showed me this. And this is, of course, this is pretty wide, so this is good. But that bridge was a bit scary. But that's why we want to go like this.
Continue
Well, it looks scarier than it is really, but and I think he has to be behind me anyway, right? On
Yeah, that's the hard part. I was behind us now, we're in good shape.
yeah, I think now we just keep going because I got lucky. I have no detours, right? We just stay on 70 and then bypass around Columbus and keep going.
That's it.
So yeah, this time you have an easy job. Just hold the steering wheel.
That's all truck drivers do anyway, right?
Did you used to drive a truck?
Yes, I did for 22 years.
Oh, that's good. I like when pilots have truck experience.
Yeah, I guess kids will understand what the hell it's like.
Yeah, once you get past North Bay, I think, North Bay, Ontario over there, 4 hours north of Toronto, it's all two-lane roads.
A couple of years ago, I took a guy up into New Brunswick in January, and it was hell all the way up there, and then once we got to Canada, it was nice. There was no snow, it was no 60s, I was amazed.
Yeah, they have some bad weather over there in eastern Canada. I don't like that area.
That's what I was expecting, but it really wasn't bad at all. I was amazed.
Well, yeah, you see, so that's why they're allowing me to go here.
We
So
got caught in a blizzard in Syracuse and sit there for 3 days.
yeah, you see, they used to have actually 3 lanes in here, right? Because we're close. You know, like sometimes they do before a big city, they give you an extra lane because of traffic, and it looks like that's what they had here, or maybe they're building it. Oh yeah, maybe they're building another lane. But you see, I'm okay here in the curb lane. There's lots of room on the right, so I can have my track stick out that way, so that I'm hiding the arm inside the zipper. Road work ahead. Yeah, that's the sign I saw, because you can see them from very far away, that ugly red. Oh, some guy showed up this morning in a Toyota car. At first I thought it was my pilot. And then some gentleman comes out and says, "Hey, I'm your fan. You said you were in Zanesville." Yeah, that's why it's dangerous to give out your exact location. You know, that's why some truckers, when they do a video, they delay them like by a few days, you know, or even a week. No, but it was okay. But you know, sometimes when, you know, some people sometimes don't understand that you have a high value load, you know, there's a security issues involved. But yeah, it was cool. The guy showed up, says he watches all my videos. So thanks to all the fans, and especially to all the subscribers. But again, I was looking at the statistics on one of my latest videos, and you know, I can look at all kinds of numbers there that Google provides, and one of them was how many people watch depending on whether they are subscribers or non-subscribers. And it's like amazing. It says, let's say the video get 10,000 views, and it says subscribers 7,000, non-subscribers 3,000. So that's like 30% of viewers, they're not subscribed to the channel. That's not good. So guys, if you see at the very end, you'll see my serious Russian face in the top right corner of the final few frames. Click on that and you'll subscribe. Or if you look at the bottom right corner where it says SD for Sergei Dratchev, if you click on that logo in the bottom right corner, you'll see a link that says subscribe. It just helps the channel, you know, when there's more subscribers. Because I've been stuck at this, took me 12 years to get to 60,000, so all right, that's what the cop said. He said the rest area at Highway 13, I'm pretty sure. So you see this? Highway 13. And now it's 10 till 9. Okay. All right, I see a sign for the rest area, 2 miles. Schedule. Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard unless the guy gives me a hard time with the inspection, because, you know, Ohio cops, they always inspect you. Like, we're gonna stop, he might get his little funny wheel gadget and walk around and measure your spaces. What happened to me once, right? I made a mistake, 2 inches between axle spacings. And he says, that's it. If you can get a new permit within the next 30 minutes, I'll let you do that. I'm not gonna give you any fines, and I'll wait. Because the same story, I needed a police escort. And so I said, okay, just, I'll try my best. So I ran to the truck, I called my permit broker, explained the situation, and she was able to get the permit. But of course, you know, Ohio is very expensive. So because of that little mistake, actually, yeah, you see over here it's 3 lanes. So they just blocked off 1 lane over there. Okay, 1 mile. And so yeah, that time I was able to get the permit corrected, but it's just basically like buying 2 permits. And so now I made sure on this permit, I made sure that all my spacings are correct. All right, where's the AC 129? That's the pilot. Yeah, last time we were waiting for a cop, he was like 10 minutes late. Oh, I needed a cop in, last time I used a cop in Baltimore. In Baltimore, Maryland, because I was over 120,000. And you need a police escort, and you need one civilian escort. Oh yeah, I think he's here. I can see that.
Continue for 800 meters.
I can see trucks, buses. There's a guy sitting right there. I saw a police cruiser on the other side. Maybe it's our guy.
Is he? Got a little bit early.
Well, so now we just wait, right?
Yes, sir.
So Drew, are you ready? Drew, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Oh, and Dave. Sorry, Dave, you ready?
Yes, sir, all right.
All right, let's go. Yeah, this time the officer has CB. And so I called him by mistake. I meant to call Dave the pilot, and I called Drew the police officer. Very cool. We got a very cool guy today. Like, they look so sharp, you know, that like the uniform in Ohio, I like it. It's kind of like sand color, you know, like similar to what they have in Texas, I think. Or maybe it's green in Texas, but over here it's like kind of like an army uniform. And I gave him a compliment. I said, I like your uniform, like, honestly. And I said, my dad was in the military, so uniform is my thing. And so we were talking about this. We were discussing if he wants to stay with us all the way, because we only need him on 4 bridges.
Should be about a mile to that bridge.
Yeah, it should be just 1 mile east of 37.
Yeah, 37 is exit 126. It'd be the next exit. So 1 mile east would be 127.
Yeah, I think it's this bridge, guys. Yeah, I see the sign that says 1 mile. But how do you stop all these cars, right? You can't. Okay, somewhere like there. Yeah, that's good. And it's not even a bridge, it's an overpass.
Yeah.
All right, bridge number 1, check.
Copy that.
Well, we passed Dayton. We just passed Lima, and we're approaching bridge number 3, which should be, see the sign says 7 miles to US 30. 7 miles to US 30. So our bridge is half a mile south of US 30, and I'm tracking it over here. Yeah. So that's gonna be a tricky bridge, because not only do I have to be the only vehicle on the bridge, no cars, no trucks, but my speed has to be not more than 20 miles per hour. And we were talking about this with my pilot, a former trucker. He says he doesn't understand this. He doesn't believe that going slower is actually any better than going faster, like for the bridge. And on the one hand, you know, I know where they're coming from, the engineers, DOT engineers, because it's kind of like that bridge formula, right? So if you're driving fast, then let's say the same part of the bridge, you're gonna be hit repeatedly by all your axles, you know, the boom, 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 right? If you drive slow, it's like boom, boom, axle 3, axle 4, but the weight is the same. But they're saying that, I'm guessing when you're driving fast, it's more stress for the bridge. So I don't know. And I still have a police escort. He's in the very back, and he's helping us because he has a radio, and he knows the exact locations of these bridges. And a few minutes ago he said, 10 miles to the bridge. So now I think we're about 5 miles away probably. Yeah, that's my truck over here. And somewhere here, right before US 30, is that bridge. I think we should see a sign. Yeah, that would be helpful, because usually that's a very big interchange. So we're gonna see a sign that says, let's say 2 miles to US 30. And that's gonna be our clue. Because I know this area, US 30, there's a couple of very big track stops in here, because this is called Beaver Dam. I'm positive. Beaver Dam, Ohio.
We should be 3 miles from the bridge now.
10-4. Yeah, we should see a sign that says like 2 miles to US 30 or something like that, right? So after that, it's just a mile to the bridge. Yeah, you see, that was Drew, the police officer. It's so helpful, when you can talk to them. But this is actually, I think this is the first time where the police officer has the CB. Like last time I had a police escort, the guy says, oh, they don't give us these. They don't give us, CB, so. But he asked us what channel we're on. I said channel 2. And so I can hear him perfect, even though he's quite a way in the back. All right, next one is 20 miles. Yeah, we're coming up to the last bridge, and sometimes it's hard to pinpoint what exactly bridge is restricted, because they have numbers. Yeah, bridge number, but the mile marker they give you is all wrong. But from what Drew, the officer, told me, we should be like 3 clicks away now, because 5 minutes ago he said 5 miles, and so I converted to 8 kilometers, and I added that to my odometer. I think it's somewhere here. Probably should be the bridge after the curve somewhere there.
That's also 168, so that's what I was told.
So which one do you think it is?
Must be the 168 is what I was told.
I think it should be somewhere here. Exit 156. It says South 68, so probably there's an overpass somewhere here.
And we'll find out.
No, actually we're going under it.
Yeah. Should be about another half a mile.
Yeah, there probably should be something here, I'm thinking. Yeah, I think there's something at the top here. It's like an overpass.
Yeah, that's probably it. Probably is all right.
Yeah. this must be the one.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, yeah, and unless you guys want me to sign anything, like, you can let me go.
No, I'm all set. I don't need nothing signed. Take care. Call us again if you need us.
Alright, thanks very much. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Drew.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna find somewhere for you to turn around and I'm heading home. Be safe.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye. That's it. That's... That's the guy. Very nice, cool guy. He was just looking for exit, so just gonna turn around and go, he says, and go back home. Oh, and actually it was cool. I don't remember if I recorded this, but I asked him if his engine, because he has the same, exactly the same Charger like what I have. I said, is your engine like modified in any way compared to, you know, serial regular vehicles? And I asked him about the radiator and suspension. He said he doesn't know anything about any mods. He says he's the only thing that's different on his Charger is that it's an all-wheel drive, you know. And he said actually because of that, I asked him what's the maximum speed he ever was doing, you know, just to compare. So he has 5.7 Charger, standard engine, no supercharger, no turbo, no nothing, just regular. And I asked, so how fast when you were chasing somebody, what was the fastest speed you were able to do? And he said 146. Man, so he was doing 146 miles per hour chasing somebody. So that's like 225 kilometers an hour. But he says the next vehicle, he says this is 5.7 V8, but he says next ones, our department says they'll be buying V6. V6, which, so of course the maximum speed will go down. But oh, and also he said if his car was a regular rear-wheel drive, he could do a bit more. He says you lose maximum speed with all-wheel drive. So he says, and I said, oh, so you can probably do like 150, right? I said, so my car, my Charger Daytona Edition can probably do 150. And he kind of like joked. He says, so you know that from experience? I said, no, sir. I said, like, where I live, you know, you cannot do 150, like, because we have strict laws against street racing in Ontario. And you can get a huge fine once you go over 50 clicks over the speed limit. They can take your car, your license, so it's not worth it. So, like, I wouldn't even know. Like, the only way you can go and try 150 somewhere if it's on a racetrack. So yeah, this was a really cool. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention is that when we were driving with the police escort and the civilian escort on a 3-lane road, people were afraid to go into the middle lane because, you know, there's a police vehicle with flashing lights, right? And you're supposed to leave a lane between yourself and the police vehicle. And so it was really cool because sometimes, you know, when I see like a disabled car or there was a tow truck on the shoulder and I have to go left, I just call my, you know, civilian pilot, Dave, and I say, hey Dave, I have to move left. And he says, no problem. And because the left lane was empty all the time, you know? So it was cool. So, but of course, this is a very expensive type of fun, because now they're gonna send me a bill. But yeah, I think we did pretty good, because we started at 9. Like, they give you 4 hours, that's the standard. Probably $200, I'm thinking. Like, the police escort will be about $200.